And ahlan guys, welcome again to our, class. I think it's going to be the last class on articles, okay? And today what we're going to say about articles is that there are articles which, are used, with, in specific cases, or to, talk about, or make things specific, what are these articles of specification that specify? And then there are articles that are used to show things in general. When I say things, that means like the nouns in general, all right? So you know which articles we're talking about. So whenever we talk about specifics, we are talking about the, okay? That article, which is the definite article. Whenever we talk about things in general, we talk about, like any, that's what it means really. Any, this or that, or whichever, like and, right? Or no article, right? That means things in general. So with countable singular nouns, I hope that this is, clear enough. Let me just welcome your classmate here. So with countable singular nouns, countable, ma'dood, singular, mufrad. Like when you say girl, when you say boy, when you say teacher, anything that could be made plural, but here we're talking about it in the singular form, okay? It is possible to use either the definite or the indefinite. So it's okay to use a definite article, which is, we say the girl, the boy, the teacher. Okay, that's definite. Al. Indefinite, when you say a girl, a boy, a teacher, a book, all right? Indefinite, غير محددة, all right? Which is a or an, because we're talking about singular, But they have different meanings. Guys, when you say the with the noun, is it the same as a? No, it's not the same. So when I say, I saw the girl in the street. See, I saw the girl in the street. And you tell this sentence to your friend, to your spouse. Spouse means husband or wife. So if you're, a male, spouse means your wife. If you're a female, so spouse means husband. All right. So that's a good word to use. You don't have to keep saying husband or wife, right? So spouse. So I saw the girl in the street. Your husband's not going to tell you which girl, unless he forgot that you've talked about a specific girl before, right? You know what? I saw the girl in the street. So it seems that there was an earlier context, maybe. And that's why you said the girl and you didn't say who the girl is, all right? Why? Because you consider the, by itself that, the person that you're speaking to knows what you're talking about, all right? It's a specific girl. You've talked about her before. You expect the listener to know what you're talking about or who you're talking about, right? So I saw the girl in the street, and you meant by the girl, the girl that I teach, or the girl that stole the book, or the girl, because you've talked about, this girl before, and you have, said something about her, all right? Something like that. When we say, I saw a girl in the street, as if you were, in any street, and suddenly you just saw a random girl, just any girl, all right? Not a young man, you saw a girl, not a child, while you were driving, all right? Something like that. So it's a random, girl. You don't really mean a specific one. Any girl. So that's how we use a and the. So look at this example. Tom will bring the book tomorrow. What does this mean, guys? Tom will bring the book tomorrow. There is one specific book that Tom will bring tomorrow. Okay, imagine I tell you that Mr. Ibrahim will open the center on Saturday. The center. Do I have to explain to you more than that? Do I have to say more than that for you to understand which center and which rooms and which corridors will be open? Tell me, guys. Do I have to explain? Say just yes or no.
Sometimes we need to justify which room, which corridor that you're
talking
about.
Dr. Khulud, I'm not talking about sometimes. I'm talking about our context. If I tell you this right now, Mr. Ibrahim, and you know who Mr. Ibrahim is, right?
Yes.
Will open the center for us on Saturday. Do I have to specify here, or do you understand what I'm saying?
We understand because, yes. Yeah.
You understand? You know why? Because we've been to that place, to the room, to that classroom. All right,
Yes.
before. So I don't have to say anything more than that. So what I'm saying here, Dr. Khulud, is that if someone hears me telling you, Mr. Ibrahim will open the center, what will he understand? That you, I'm sorry. What will he understand? He will understand that you and I, what about?
No, who is Mr. Ibrahim?
Yeah, but I mean the person who is listening to our conversation. Do you know what he will do? He will understand that we understand which center. We have had a conversation about this before, and that's what I mean. Got the idea? So I'm talking about the listener of the sentence. That is not one of us. He will understand that me, the speaker, and you, the listener, have an understanding, and we know which center. Okay, it's a specific one that you and I know about. Got the idea what I'm trying to say?
Yes, Doctor.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And that's why you see this sentence here, Tom will bring the book tomorrow. So the person who said this sentence and and Tom, because Tom will bring the book tomorrow. So Tom knows what this book is. And the person who said Tom will bring the book tomorrow knows what the book is without saying it. So when you have the before a word, even if we don't know if the book is about, flowers, or it's a scientific book, or it's a book about birds, or it's a cookbook even, even if us, if we, don't know what the content of the book is, we know that Tom knows, and the person who said this sentence knows what the book is, right? This is what I mean to say. That's why, look what it says here. There is one specific book. That means there's a specific book that Tom will bring tomorrow, and the speaker of the sentence who said Tom will bring the book tomorrow knows what this book is. Maybe it's the TOEFL book, but me, you, other people probably don't know, all right? Unless we are like Tom, were there before, and we heard the conversation and what book, this person, is talking about. Got it?
Yes.
But at least we know that Tom knows what the book is, and the speaker knows what this book is. This is what we know when we hear such a sentence. Got the idea? This is what we mean. All right? That Tom knows what this book is, and the speaker of the sentence knows that this book is not just any book. It's not a random book. It's a book that both of them know. Let me say the title, the content, what it is. All right? That book, what that book is. Okay? This is what I mean when I say that the is used with specific, not general, random, anything, whatever. Okay? That's what we mean by specific. That's what I'm trying to say. This is what this lesson is about. Okay? Look at the second sentence. He will arrive on the first Tuesday in July. So if I check my phone or the calendar on my phone, if I check the calendar on my phone, it says here, I'm looking at the calendar. Do you see me, guys, in the screen? Oh, you do. You do, because I can see myself right now. So
yes, we see
it's January, February, March, April, May, June, July. So John, it says here, where is it? Or
on the first Tuesday.
Does it say John? Does it say John? No, it does not. I made up John. He will arrive on the first Tuesday in July. First Tuesday. Let me tell you guys about the first Tuesday. The first Tuesday is the 4th of July. Wow, Independence Day. Do you know the 4th of July is what?
Independence Day?
Yeah. American.
عيد الاستقلال.
Exactly. So that's when he will arrive. That's why I was surprised when I found out that the first Tuesday is Independence Day, the 4th of July. Yes, true. So when I say he will arrive on the first Tuesday in July, it actually means it's a specific day, the first Tuesday. أول إيش؟ ثلاثاء بجولاي. أول ثلاثاء بجولاي مش أي ثلاثاء، واحدة معينة، صح ولا لا؟ اللي هي what, guys? The 4th of July. All right? Does this mean that he might come on another Tuesday?
No.
No. It's very fixed. Isn't it very fixed, guys? Isn't it specific?
Yes,
So he will
specific.
arrive on the first Tuesday, أول ثلاثاء من شهر July, اللي هي the 4th of July. There is only one first Tuesday. Guys, how many first Tuesdays are there in July? One.
Four.
بس ضروري guys July لما نحكي the first Tuesday in January. كم Tuesday? First Tuesday in January.
One.
The first, not the first, you know.
First one.
I didn't say a Tuesday. لو قلت a Tuesday يعني يوم ثلاثاء. Okay? يعني my friend might ask me to visit her, all right? And I don't visit people on Mondays or Tuesdays or Thursdays, huh? I don't visit on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Thursdays, right? Just, no, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, these 3 days. Why? Because I teach you guys what time is left. What time is left to go visit people, So I can, if I have some visits, if I have to visit someone, it would be any day besides those 3 days, And I'm sure you the same, all right? Unless you're a night owl, someone who stays up till Fajr. Okay, that's different, all right? But, yeah, so in that case, I will say, I will visit you. I'll tell my friend, I'll visit you, like on a Friday. A Friday. When I say a Friday, it could be this Friday, next Friday, the Friday. See how the is different than the? See? A Friday means, if not the coming one, the one after, or the one after, or the one after that. It could be anyone. So we have the whole year of Fridays. Got the idea when I say a Friday? All right. It doesn't mean also the 1 year of Fridays. It could be unlimited years of Fridays. Got the idea? So look at this sentence. He sailed on the Pacific Ocean. He sailed أبحر يعني بالقارب بالسفينة. On the Pacific Ocean. What's the Pacific?
المحيط الهادئ.
Good job. المحيط الهادي. أبحر على يعني أو في المحيط الهادي. All right. There is only see the Pacific Ocean. هو على كل حال المحيطات كلهم, guys, we use the with them, because I think one time we also said it's specific صحيح, but at the same time, guys, when we talk about something where there is only one of it, okay, and the دايما مرافقة لكل المحيطات, okay, all oceans. Listen, all what else? Not just oceans. Seas. We say the Red Sea, the Dead Sea. See, guys, So all oceans, we always have the, all seas. But over here, they're saying this because they have it here in this lesson specifically, not because it's an ocean and that's why we put the. It's because, when I say he sailed on the Pacific Ocean, it's a specific ocean, right? Which is the Pacific Ocean. It's not, another one besides that. If I say he sailed on an ocean, I don't want to say the name. It could be the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Indian, right? Got the idea? One of those, all right? So any one of those oceans, all right? See how when I said the Pacific Ocean, it's a specific one, and it's called the Pacific Ocean. That specific ocean. هذا المحيط المحدد اسمه the Pacific. زي نمط specific, okay? So, all right. So I think that, this information, is not totally new to you, but it's always great to revise such information, okay? Yeah, هي يعني فكرة واحدة, guys, that these are specific things, see, this is how we use that, okay? With specific nouns, all right? Not just any noun. Now look here how things are going to be a little different when we have or an before the ocean, or before the book or anything else, okay? So the definite article, the definite article, الأداة التعريف المحددة, guys, is used when the noun could be one of several. What is this? The definite article. هاي طبعا على اللي قبل, guys, right? What's this? Let me see. Okay, yeah. So the definite article اللي هي the, هاي ملخص للي قبل, guys, is used when the noun could be one of several different nouns, Of course, we should say here the definite. What do you think? What's the problem here with the book? There's something wrong going on here because it says here it's used with the noun when the noun could be one of several different
Very
nouns.
different معناتها non-definite.
Yes, هون غلطانين. So this shouldn't
Yes.
be definite. It should be indefinite. أنا أول شيء فكرت إنه this goes for the information before, but then it says here could be one of several different nouns. فظبطوها guys, all right? يعني كأنها هاي اللي هون it's used for this, okay? بس لازم indefinite guys معناها الغير محدد اللي هي a و an, okay?
Yes.
ما بصير نقول definite ونقول one of several different nouns, okay? ما بزبط. هاي ما بتزبط مع هاي. indefinite اللي هي الغير محددة بتزبط مع several different nouns. والdefinite اللي هي the guys لازم something specific يكون مكتوب, all right? there's something wrong in this sentence, okay? I hope you understood why it's wrong. Anyway, خلينا نحط indefinite وخلي هاي المعلومة تكون لها علاقة بهذول, okay guys? So
Okay.
Tom will bring a book tomorrow. تخيلوا واحد يقول إنه or says Tom will bring a book tomorrow. Tom سوف يحضر كتاب ما غدا. What does this mean?
Any book he found him, he will bring it.
Good. Imagine Dr. Khulud that we're taking a course, a course on articles. ناخذ إحنا قاعدين مثلا خلينا نحكي محاضرات معينة زي هلا يعني. We take a course, on articles, حول هاي التوبيك اللي هي أدوات التعريف. طبعا do you think there is one book about how to use articles and articles in general?
Of course not.
Of course not. There will be several books. Okay, so when I say we'll bring a book, it means it will be probably about articles. I don't want to specify it because this is our topic, but we don't know the title of the book. We don't know the writer of the book. We don't know whether it's published in Britain or in America or written by an Arab or an American, right? But, this happens. So you might even say it in your engineering class or in your, let me say, pharmacy classes or whatever your topic is, right? So he'll bring a book. We know it. For example, imagine my student tells me something like, Doctora, I will bring a book tomorrow. Of course, I will know that it will be probably a romantic literature book if she's a student studying romantic literature. But if she says a book, it means we don't know who the author is, what kind of specific content there might be, like that. That's what we mean, because you can always specify what's specified, right? That's the thing. I also want you to know that. So back to, so when someone says a book, it could be any book. But sometimes, if we're, a group, a certain group, we could make some expectations, all right? So he will arrive on a Tuesday in July. How many Tuesdays are in July, guys? It's, the previous sentences, we kind of made them indefinite.
Yes. Yeah, for Tuesday.
Let me find 1, 2, 3, 4. There are only 4 Tuesdays in July. Usually, most of our months are have, yeah. Thank you, Dr. Khulud. 5, depending on when the month begins and when it ends, right? That's why you said 4 and 5. Good job. But July has 4, and I know I just checked. So he will arrive on one of 4 Tuesdays. It could be the first Tuesday, or the second, it means, or the third, or the fourth. See how there are options? It's not a specific Tuesday when someone says something like this, okay? Will arrive on one of 4 Tuesdays in July. Even if the person said he will arrive on not one, you can say on, sorry, there it is. He will arrive on a Tuesday in July. So this is the explanation that he will arrive on one of the 4, either the first one, the first week, or the second week, or the third week, or the 4th week in July, right? But it should be a Tuesday. Okay, let's take a look at the third sentence. He sailed on an ocean. Well, not necessarily the Pacific Ocean. That means it could be what ocean? The Atlantic. Yes, the Atlantic. The Indian. What other oceans do we have? The Arctic. I think we have the Arctic area is, an ocean-like area as well, right?
Indian Ocean, Doctora.
The Indian Ocean. Anything else besides that? The Atlantic, the Pacific, the Indian, the Arctic. Anything else? I don't think so. That's it, right? All right. So see how, it could be any ocean of the oceans that we have in the world, right? Yeah. That's what we mean, guys. Back to our lesson. General. So when we say general, guys, it doesn't mean, you know, very general. It's still kind of specific, but it's not something, you know, one specific thing. All right. Yeah. So that's what we mean by that. And I guess this is not this, you know, information is not new to us, because usually when we talk about one topic, we also include the other issues inside it also. Let's take a look at the exercises. Let's see what these exercises are all about. All right. Before that, let's take a look at the table as usual. What does the table say? It says the following chart outlines the key information that you should understand about specific and general ideas. Let's take a look. So A or N. How do we use A or N for, you know, for general idea, for the general idea? Use when there are many, many. Remember we said the Indian, the specific, the, you know, Atlantic. And you do not know which one it is. I don't know. Is it, you know, when I say he sailed on an ocean, I don't know which one it is, but I know that it's an ocean. See, use when there are many, we use it, and you do not care which one it is. يعني معناها guys في كتير من هذا الناون. alright, يعني مش كتير يعني إنه بالمئات، يعني أكثر من واحد. that's المقصود يعني. And you know, what does that also mean? Well, you do not care which one. يعني مش كتير محددين أي واحد من هذول you know, العدة اللي ممكن يكون هاي أو هديك, or you know, like that. So anyway, the is an article, you know that, and we called it the definite article. It refers to a specific idea. When we have it there, we're talking about a specific noun. All right. Use when do we use it? When it is the only one. Remember the sentences that we used or that we read a while ago and discussed? You know, when there was the, we mean very specific even. Use when there is many. You know which one it is. All right. So there could be many of, you know, the items, the nouns, but we know, not like here, we don't care which one. We know which one is meant, which one is talked about, which one is focused on. All right. We know which one it is. That's what we mean here. Let's take a look at the exercises. You know, things will be clearer and better for you once you work on the exercises. So what do you think? What shall we use here? The specific noun, the specific article, or the general article? See, so we talked about the general article as a or an, or the specific article the. Let's see if they are used correctly here. So it says here in the exercise, if you take a look, each of the following sentences contain one or more articles. Circle the articles. So put a circle around a or an or the. Draw arrows to the nouns they describe. Like every time, this article, what does it describe? Which noun, for example? Then indicate if the sentences are correct or incorrect. Number one is done for us. Look at it. He took a trip. I'm going to just go over 1 and 2 quickly and then listen to you guys. All right, all of you. He took a trip on a snake river. So a trip, correct? On a snake river. So it's fine. Nothing's wrong with that. What's the problem? He took a trip on a what?
Yes.
The snake.
The snake river.
Why?
Snake
because
river.
the name here, not just, it's not like there are hundreds of snake rivers. Are there hundreds or two? I don't know. Well,
One.
in Jordan, there is none.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Do we have any snake river? I never heard of one like that. So yeah, it's because there's a name, guys. All right. So whenever you have a name like this, remember we said the River Jordan a while ago. Nahar al-Urdun, you say the Red Sea, the Dead Sea. So with rivers all the time, just like oceans, we have the fixed, and when there's a name over there, so the should be used. The second one now, I'll meet you at the library later. So what do you think of the use, the library?
They know which library they meet.
Yeah, and then, you know, listen, Dr. Khulud, it's like this. When you are a student at Yarmouk and I am a student or a professor at Yarmouk, all right?
Yes.
And I tell you, let's meet at the library. Do you know which library I'm talking about?
Al-Hussein Library.
Yes.
Exactly, because for you know, people who go to a university, there's really one library, main library. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the main one. All right. Or else I'll go into the details and tell you which one exactly. There are many even, and still we will use the because we will name it, you know. Got it? Yeah, so as you said, the Hussein library, whether we have the name or we don't want that because we know, what we're talking about here. Yes. Now let's have you, Dr. Khulud, go and work on 3. Let's do them all together. How about that? Do 3 for us.
Number 3, the ball hits a child on a head. Article A should be changed to the head because it is specific to the head of the child.
Good. So it seems that we were in the park, guys. Imagine that you are in the park and you are playing with your son or with your daughter with a ball, okay? And suddenly that ball bounces somewhere far away from you. And then, see, I want to connect this. The ball, what does it do? It hits a child, like any of the children there in the park. So this is fine. Up to here, it's fine. But you have now seen the child, that random child that you don't know. You don't say now on a head because the child does not have 10 heads. Okay, so it is a random child. So we leave you don't know the child. It's a child in the park. The ball hit a child. So this is fine. We're not going to say it's not correct. But on the head.
The head.
Because we say the head or its head. Okay? On the child's head. That's the thing. All right. So on the head, it's the best thing to say. Okay? Because the head of the child that we talked about earlier. So this is incorrect. It's incorrect not because of this one, of this article. It's because of this one, because now we have talked about a random child, just like any child in the park. But then now we know and we can see that we're talking about, now we specified after introducing the child, we have to specify the head of this child, this random child. All right. So it's not just any head. Number 4, let's do number 4, Dr. Ghaith.
He had the best grade in the class on the exam. It's incorrect. He had the best grade in the class on the exam.
Good. So he had the best grade. That's it. Because I know that Dr. Asim will say, oh, based on superlative, that's why. I like that one. It works, by the way. It's true. Yeah. But at the same time, guys, you know why we have the here? We're talking about some specific grade. All right. Which is the best. When we say the best, it's a specific one. All right. That's why we specified it, not just any grade. All right. When I say best, I specified it. And that's why. So he had the best grade, in the class on the exam. Thank you so much. 5, Dr. Noura.
Yes, doctor. The people who came here yesterday were here again today. It's correct one.
Yeah.
The people, specific people.
Yeah, we're talking about specific people. Good
who
job.
came here yesterday. لا يعني هم مجموعة الناس اللي اجوا امبارح. يعني أنا بقصد مجموعة معينة.
Clause over here. Yes, good job, Dr. Noura. The people, who came here yesterday. So I specified them, so the people, not just any people, all right? They are not random people. They are the people who came here yesterday. So that's why we need the, okay? We're here, كانوا هنا مرة تانية, right? اليوم. جماعة امبارح ردوا كرروا الجية اليوم, all right? I wonder what they want. Do you know what they want, Dr. Noura?
They like the sitting or the visiting yesterday.
Yeah, probably. They're probably looking for a bride.
Yeah.
All right. 6. Who would like to do 6 for us?
Okay. أجاوب أنا دكتورة 6.
Again?
Yes.
Well, I'll come back to you. Okay, how about that? Let's ask Dr. Khulud to do so. And if we have your hands, show us your hands, guys, all right? Besides the same people.
She was a most beautiful girl in the room. It's incorrect. We should use the most beautiful girl in the room.
But
she was the most beautiful.
Exactly. I'm specifying the girl here.
Yes.
When you use superlative, you're being specific, guys. Superlative is a form of, specificity. All right. Yeah. You're being specific. So she was the most, it's superlative, of course. The form is like that, but at the same time, because superlative is specific, that's why we have the. So she was the most beautiful girl. Not all girls are the most beautiful. Only one is the most beautiful. That's why we choose one from among the group. You're being specific in superlative. That's why, you see? So she was the most beautiful girl in the room. Good job. This is how you fix this. 7, Dr. Ghaith, and then we'll go to Dr. Hiba, and after Dr. Hiba, Dr. Noura, and then whoever raises their hand. Go ahead.
The trip that I took last year to the Bahamas was the only vacation I had all year. It's correct.
Good. The trip that I took last year to the Bahamas was the only vacation I had all year. That's fine. The trip that I took, I'm specifying it. This trip, here it is. It's specified by that I took last year to the Bahamas. Because I'm not talking about any trip. The one that I took last year, not just, to the Bahamas, last year also. And then I say something about it, which was the only vacation I had all year. So excellent. The use is correct and good answer. Thank you so much. Go ahead. Dr. Hiba, I think I chose you, did I?
Oh, yes, doctor. Okay, I need a piece of paper so that I can finish the report that I'm working on. It's correct. A piece of paper, general. She need any piece of paper. So it's correct. And
Here's the report.
will define so the report that I'm working on it. So
Good. It's a specific report. Good job.
Specific, yes.
That's why I have that. Thank you so much, Dr. Hiba. Your answer is correct. I need a piece of, we always say this. Can you please give me a piece of paper? I want to write a phone number, or I want to write something on it, or write some notes on it. So this person says, I need a piece of paper. Why? It could be any, not the one in my room, not the one in your room, just what is available, what's closer. So any piece of paper that's suitable. Why? So that I can finish the report. Maybe this person wants to, write notes or, work on it, make use of it in some kind of way. But here, this is specific and it's fine. The report, not in report. Why? That I am working on. This is what I want. This is why I want the paper, because I want to work on the report, not a report. Why? Because this is how they have, specified it by saying that it's something they've been working on for a while. Thank you so much. 9. I think Dr. Noura, then we have to welcome Dr. Asim to the floor. He's going to do 10 for us, right? 9, Dr. Noura, and then 10, Dr.
Yes. Yes, doctor. A basketball player threw the ball to a center of the court. It's incorrect. The basketball player threw the ball to the center of the court.
A basketball player threw the ball to a center of the court. Yeah, I think it should be, the basketball player. Okay, this is what we say. We are watching TV and we say, oh, well, that, or we're watching someone, playing basketball. We say the basketball player, the one there in front of you, threw the ball.
I think we should say a basketball player throw the ball to the center.
Well, I want to tell you something.
أنا بحكي الثنتين.
And I would say both are fine. I wanted to, also add this. Do you know why? Because sometimes, both could be used, but they have different meanings. Remember, sometimes you can say things, but they have different meanings. We say a basketball player threw the ball. Now, a basketball player here looks like, do you know what? It looks like this example that we did before, which is
child and the head. The number 3.
Yes, the child. Yes, a child. Okay. It's like that. It's like the example of a child in some kind of way. All right. And that child, by the way, it could be a specific child, but let's just make it, pretend that the child we don't know. Okay. So the ball hit, a child on the head. It's like this. So you can say a basketball player, just someone we don't know, but in the field, arena, we don't know him probably, threw the ball that he was, because now we can see playing
only one ball. Yes.
Yeah, it's only one ball and it's the one he is playing with. This person we don't know. Okay. Yeah. To, of course, the center, to the center of the court. Why do we specify this and not specify this? No, this is part of this. This is part of this. So it's the center of this court. So why did you specify this and not specify this? It won't work, guys. Once you begin specifying, you have to specify. So to the center, we know which center. The center of which court? Not all courts. The courts that the basketball player is in. Okay? the center يعني الوسط guys المنتصف منطقة المنتصف we say of the court اللي هو الملعب the court اللي هو الملعب guys all right that's why so in English guys the best thing to say is the center of the court because we don't mean any center مش أي منتصف والله منتصف الملعب اللي بالأرجنتين no 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 the one that this guy is using all right يعني so if you leave it like this like as Dr. Asim said it will be fine but everything here should be the now if you want and it's used by the way I don't know you know that sometimes I would say the basketball player and I mean by the basketball player the one that I'm looking at and watching okay so I would say it's fine like in real life we use this one and that one okay يعني this wouldn't be a problem really here but the problems are here really you know where you should specify now even this person after he was probably a random person let me say or one we don't know you know even if we didn't know him all right or we don't know him we know that he's in a court with specific things so we have to say his ball you know the center that he's in and this all should be identified or specified and the court which court not anyone this court that he's playing in also so the all the time however here it's you know kind of thing something that you can negotiate okay if you prefer to you know follow this style it's yeah and you can stick to it but it's not wrong to say the basketball because which basketball a player the one that we're watching we're looking at sometimes we would be watching TV you and the family and you would say the basketball player which one of course the one on TV you know the one that you're watching you don't have to actually say it okay so it could be correct you know yeah all right guys yani I don't really mind this or that over here yani with questions like this we really have to be careful all right yani it would be better you know to have something here like you know that I don't know or the one on TV something like that you know some kind of information that would be more referring to what should be said here all right but like I said it's not wrong all right the problem here is this is wrong that you know when you have a center like this and then look you know the funny part is that you have the court that this is part of this why the here and you don't have it here it can't be you know like that okay all right so the 6th grade Dr. I think Ghait, I have chosen you or is it Dr. Asim that I have chosen for this question I think it was Dr. Asim let's have
okay Doctor
yeah.
my greetings for all of you
أهلا وسهلا Dr. Asim yeah good to
sentence number
hear
10
you.
the
Good to
6th
listen to
grade
you today. Yeah
the class went on a field trip to visit a Lincoln Memorial. This is incorrect sentence. The correction will be to visit the Lincoln Memorial.
yeah because there's really one do you know the Lincoln Memorial have you ever heard of it before look at the first of all the easy way for you guys is to
هذه من عنجلون حيلة وعيالها
what
ايه وقاعدة تقرينا بالليل ترك عيالها عندي زلمتي بالغرفة الثانية تقرينا
how can you do, you know make this you know minus delete or what is it mute right mute everybody guys chat here we go well they're muted everybody's muted now well anyway let's return to what we were doing right now we said that the 6th grade class went on a field trip to visit the Lincoln Memorial as Dr. Asim said thank you so much for your answer Dr. Asim I don't know when I was in the 6th grade I didn't do that but this is you know a field trip that lots of school children go you know on all right they went on a field trip you know what a field trip guys field trip what's a field trip رحلة guys
يعني رحلة استكشافية
يعني كيف إذا أخذتوا مثلا طلابكم بالمستقبل على you know like
رحلة ميدانية دكتورة
yeah رحلة علمية I just want to give an example like probably you might take them to the museum at Yarmouk you know the museum have you ever been there before the museum متحف الآثار guys all right it's something like that okay يعني you know people or let me say teachers you know often take their students to museums or things that are similar in some kind of way to learn about history in you know like a direct way where you know they see a memorial or you know some kind of artifacts you know in order to that's a better way to learn and to memorize information But do you know what the Lincoln Memorial is? The Lincoln Memorial. We have talked about such, let me say, things before. Okay, the Lincoln Memorial, guys, is, you know, a place. It's like a museum, really. Okay, it's like a museum that you can visit. All right, and I don't know, have you ever seen it before, the Lincoln Memorial? Let me show you what we have. Let me show you. Wait a minute. Let me just make this smaller so I can show you.
دكتور، هذا هو تمثال الرئيس إبراهيم اللي
Yes,
قدام البحيرة.
exactly. Let me show you that then. You know who this man is?
اللي كتب وثيقة التحرر من العبودية واللي صار عليه الحرب الأهلية.
Exactly. So Abraham Lincoln, you know, is loved by Afro-Americans all over America, all right? Because yes, when he was president, he decided that there will be, slavery will no longer exist in his, country, all right? Although, like, let me say, and it was, this, let me say, this new rule, all right, was kind of placed in, the Constitution. It was written in the Constitution. You know what the Constitution is? What's the Constitution? Constitution, Dastur. Dastur. So let me show you the Lincoln Memorial. So, am I sharing anything with you right now?
No.
Well, look again.
Okay.
No, doctor.
No.
Yes.
Yes,
No.
now,
No.
yes.
Yes. No.
Right. So this is the
White
Lincoln
House.
Memorial. Look at the Lincoln. No, it's not the White House. This is the Lincoln Memorial. Look, Lincoln Memorial. It looks like it's as beautiful as the White House. This is the link. Look from here. Can you see something here? Look at this white thing. This is a statue of who? Abraham Lincoln. Here he is, the 16th president of the United States of America. See? So they built, the people, the American people built a building, and, they also made a statue, for Abraham Lincoln, or of him. As you can see, this is a reflection, this is how he looked, really. Abraham Lincoln. He was a very old man, by the way, when he was president, just like Biden now, okay? An old president, all right? And, he was killed. He was shot to death, guys, because of his, legislation. Legislation means his, law, where he included, Afro-Americans, to be, citizens like the whites, okay? And in it, in this rule, he abolished slavery. Abolished means what? Ended what? Slavery. And yes, the Civil War began between, or started between the North states and the South states. Do you know why the Civil War started in America? The people of the South wanted slavery to continue because their land, they depended a lot on slavery, because they depended a lot on agriculture, zira'a, and they wanted, let me say, to have free labor. They wanted free labor. They didn't want to pay people money so that they can work in the fields and, provide them with, let me say, more money. Okay, that's why. And the northern states, they were industrial states, so they didn't care a lot for slavery, okay? And it seems that so many people in the north were passionate, let me say, and did not want, slavery to continue in their country in that kind of way, all right? They befriended, people who were enslaved, or Black people, and even people who wanted to run away from slavery, they would run from the south to the north. Maybe you've heard about that, all right, before. All right, so this is what the Lincoln Memorial is. It's visited like by school students, by people. It's like a landmark. Remember when we talked about landmark yesterday? It's a landmark that is visited by people, or by tourists all over the world, all right? So it's something that you would, want to really, visit if you ever go to the States, all right? So this is it. Now, what we want to do right now is take a 15-minute break and then come back, all right? So I'd like to stop right here and we'll come in 15 minutes. So now it's 8:40. We'll be back, inshallah. When, guys? Let's say
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock. Yalla, go ahead. Have a good break, all right? We'll stop for now.